everyone. Welcome to the House Calls. I'm Dr. Quack, and tonight I've got a special guest for you. I've got a man who has been all over the promo world, a man that has been running his own company. Ladies and gentlemen, let me bring him on. Landfill.
What's going on, Dr. Quack?
How are we doing this evening?
Doing good. Doing real good.
There we go. Look, we got old school up in here. What's up,
Old school in the house.
Got some people coming in. They'll be coming in. If you got questions, by all means, put them in the comments. Me and Landfill will definitely answer them, whatever you got to ask. But, yep, see, look, somebody's excited. They're definitely excited to have you on. But, yeah, we got a lot we want to talk about here. I want to go back, though. I want to go back to a match here. This is where I kind of want to start with the VOH. Your match with Chris Champion, when it was title for title, you know, what was going through your mind in that process?
Well, I definitely knew that it was going to be a challenge. Me and Chris Champion had a lot of fun with this match. We kept, break the barrier there, but we kept in good contact during the matches, during the hypes, and we knew just either way it came out, we wanted to have fun and put on a good show. So I know either way it went, it was going down, but it was definitely a challenge for being that was as long as me and Chris Champion's been on the screen side by side. We tagged together one time. We've done tag teams against each other, but we never did one-on-one. And this came out to be a phenomenal match. Now, granted, I lost. I'm no longer Excalibur champion, but I lost.
It was a great match.
But it was a great match nonetheless, and it kind of, in a way, it freed me up to do other things. And but granted, I did want to try to win, because granted that was the brand new Excalibur championship, those on screens that I had, and the brand new King of Promos championship. So. I fought a good fight, but at the end of the day, you win some, you lose some. You move on, win or lose with honor. But it was fun. It was a great match. Chris Champion definitely brought it. He brought elements to it that was, that brought serious and funny, and both of us went back through our past, and that's something that that's a key element of any promo, so it really could have went either way.
Yep.
He actually messaged me after, because the results thing came out. He messaged me after. He's like, "Man, you got that." I was like, "I don't know. I think it's up in the air at the moment."
Definitely. You got a question here from Old School. Biggest influences in the promo world?
Biggest influence in the promo world. Well, I take it back to when I first began. I was watching guys like Chris Nichols and Old School. I was watching Ricka Wildley, TDC, Chris Champion, Mike Murder, Mad Anarchy. Those were some guys that I looked to get a feel of the promo world. And then, as far as how I influenced myself with going off from what they did and watching what they did to find me while I was building Landfill. Also, going back watching promos from guys like Dusty Rhodes and Raven. That between wrestling promos and these guys' promos, that's how I found and built Landfill.
Definitely. Hey, I got one more question here for you. What is your love-hate of the eFed promo world?
My love-hate for promo world.
This being from Damian Cross.
Well, I love the camaraderie. I like the brotherhood. I like that there's different places. I like that there's a variety, everybody can fall into their niche, but I do hate that someone may like Old School better than Landfill. So they may promo for Landfill for a time or two or lose a match and leave, but, go to Old School because they like Old School better. And, they may stay on my place, but they may build up Old School, may not build up, what I have going on over here. How I feel if I'm involved in any place, I'm going to help build that up. No matter like my times, when Revolution or VOH, PPF, PPA, Foundation, all these other places, I've always chipped in, added people, advertised for it, shared the content. And politics kill it does. So my main thing is if, you can be a part of something and help build it without tearing it down.
Yeah.
Without tearing down another place.
Exactly.
We're all we all do the same thing. I mean, I keep saying this, and we've said other people said it in different ways. If we want this to keep continuing on to other generations, we're going to have to help build each other up. We're going to have to help keep these places alive for these places that's been around for years. As far as it goes with Revolution and VOH and PPF, some of these the proverbial foundation of the promo world. I've always heard the stories of BTB, of what that started from and how the VOH and PPF and other places came up after that. And now, you got the foundation of what the promo world is and where it all began. And then you have these satellite places that pop up overnight, here a week, gone tomorrow, kind of thing, which that's a little irritating. But
you do have those. Here, I got one more here, and I'm going to go into some more. Old School with match you never had that you wanted.
Match I've never had but want. Well, we kind of enticed it a little while back, and I might have to pull out the mafia side of Landfill to try to poke and pry at a bear, but Landfill versus Old School.
Ooh, that could happen there.
That's something that was teased and something that we've tried to get out. But my mind may trick me, but I don't believe me and Old School has ever had a match against each other. Like I said, I've always liked seeing. I've always liked seeing Old School's promos. I've seen some of his older stuff. He shared matches with me from back in before PPF and back before VOH kind of thing. So that's something I feel that we can pull something off that can be pretty great because we have similarities and then we have differences. So, and that's something I look for when I find somebody that I want to go against. That I because there's people in the locker rooms that wait to be booked. They they don't take the initiative to go out there and call somebody out. I've had this match before. Well, I don't know. I can't keep track of that, between everywhere else you promo. That's why you have the opportunity and the freedom to call out somebody. If you want to go after a championship, say something about it. Make that your initiative. Granted, you might have to go through a couple of obstacles, but at least we know where your mind is. As same as for me, if anybody else, if you want a match, call it out. If you want to see something different, you can work great with somebody, call them out. We would love to see that. Take the initiative with that.
Definitely. I want to ask you though, because you've went from running Inferno in the VOH to now running the Inferno with the Revolution. What are the differences there? Being a promoter.
Being a promoter, I still try to keep, the Inferno with the more spicy, kind of the more extreme, because VOH Inferno was built to where we can keep the Voice of Honor page clean, less cussing. We built the Inferno to have more edgier matches and stuff like that.
This folks.
That is true. That's true. There's a lot of stuff we got to watch out for between locker rooms, between pages. You try to keep everybody happy, but then at the end of the day, just like, Just to try. It's a hard job keeping everything fresh and everybody happy.
How
But
many times do you hear judge number 3 in a given month? Quite a bit.
Yeah. And then with Revolution, we still try to keep to the the not we accept some cussing, but there's still a limit there. Um, I still try to keep the key points of what Revolution was based off of, and the people that rallied behind Revolution. Although a lot has changed due to a lot of the people that started Revolution is not there no more. So it's just me finding ways to keep things fresh, keep things moving, but still keep the key points that makes Revolution Revolution.
Yeah, I mean, because you took over that, you had a conversation with Tommy, and you guys, worked it out where you and Jake were going to take this over, and now you've got it's been 6 months? Roughly.
It's almost been the better part of a year now.
Better. Yeah.
He came to us and. Tommy just said, hey, I'm looking to pass it down. You and Jake came to mind. Me and Pat's talked it over, and we want to hand it over to y'all. Now, y'all do what y'all want to with it. Y'all can pack it all up today, call in the titles, sell them off, keep the money for yourselves, or you can keep the page running. The choice is yours. And we had a discussion with the locker room, and to respect everybody in the locker room, we kept it running. And it shows the passion that people have for it, because we have diehard Inferno people and we have diehard Revolution people, and then you have the ones that run the territories, so to say, and that's the key to having this big melting pot of what we have. So you'll see people, but mainly on one page or another, or one show or another, or vice versa. You may see a couple lap over, and we did take a focus point of Revolution and created its own show out of it, Fight Night. And Fight Night is where we mix the two brands between Revolution and Inferno, and then we have them go against each other. And we have a Fight Night championship as well. Our current champion is Little Sweet, former champion being the Heathen. We've had Josh Steele as champion for Fight Night. Each person just brings a key element to keep up and bring in.
Yeah, you got to be very durable to be the Fight Night champion, because you're constantly competing against tough competition.
Correct. And the thing about Fight Night is to be a fighting champion. So every 2 weeks, we're looking to be pushing out a show, and that champion has to be ready.
Yeah, there isn't much wiggle room there. You got to be ready to go. But we also got, I'm sorry, my cat is feeling wild today. We also got Candle Burning 4 coming up.
The Candle Burning 4. Yes, the Candle Burning 4. It's the 4th Candle Burning, which it's the end of the 3rd year, beginning of the 4th. It's our 3rd anniversary of our 3rd full year, beginning our 4th one. How we always started, lighting of the candles, and then at the end of blowing it out, ending the year. This is a show that we encourage all champions. So we have all of our Inferno championships on the line. We have some Revolution championships on the line, and all VOH championships on the line during the Candle Burning.
Did you ever think you would see A-List Alverson in VOH?
Eventually. I had a feeling. A-List is a guy that he's talented. He's got a voice, he's got a persona, and I see how A-List started as this promo guy, but now he's trying to be this creator now. I do like seeing his stuff, and that's a good move. It's like I tell everybody, not to get off topic, but it's like I tell everybody, work on your gimmick and promo in such a way that no matter who's watching, somebody can get something out of it because you never know who's watching. We've had guys that do podcasts watching this show and want to interview our promo artists because of what they've seen on these shows that we run. We have wrestlers that watch this and like, oh, hey, that's a good gimmick, you know. And you know, what came of what Rick Wadley? Now he's a professional wrestler. He's been running for 3-4 years now as a professional wrestler, and still this is how he really came to be Rick Wadley. This is how he really got his talking together. So that while we're out of these wrestling shows, we talk to these wrestlers about, hey, we got this promo thing. If you want to sharpen up your promo skills, come join us.
I got a wild question here. This is a little off. A-List Alverson, how does Landfill feel about Blue Chew?
That's
a new one.
I did see him talking about something like that a while back. That is something that I have seen advertised, and that is a product that I'm like, hey, why not? Let's give it a go. As a whole, Blue Chew, I'd give it a 9 out of 10. Definitely gets the stamina going.
There you go. Here, I got another one here for you. Do you find it hard to ship belts? I know we got scammers out there, and I've lost one belt before.
That's why I make it a key point to try to get to know everybody that comes in here. If I feel off about anything, I won't ship a belt. Because I got to know this person is for real and is going to stick with it and is going to send me my belt back. And like I got a belt out right now. I'm not going to mention any names. I got a belt out right now that was supposed to be sent back to me a while back, but the guy, he's been busy, taking care of other things, but he stays in contact with me. So that's the thing. Be in contact with me, But that's granted, that's a thing that you got to watch out for, and it's a thing that is out there. Now, granted, has that happened to me just where somebody got a belt and just never stayed in contact and never sends it back? That hasn't happened to me, but I have heard it happen to several other places.
Yeah, I mean, belts are expensive, and
they are.
You gotta take care of them.
Now, granted, have I thought about like some places to where you are able to, once you win a championship, bring the championship have the championship shipped to you? You have to have a buy-in of some sort. I have seen places like this, and I have bought into some places. Win a title, get it sent to you, but with this buy-in, you send X amount, $20, but that's now you're not just getting some belt. You're getting a belt that you put $20 for. You got something invested into it. And I guess that's a way to do it. Some places, all right, I'm sending this belt. I want your address. Send me a copy of your driver's license. Just to try to make sure everything stays on the up and up. Granted, I hadn't ran into issues like that before, but I have heard several instances of how that that has happened.
Yeah, and we got to mention this here because this man he invited us over to work at Promo World News. This is actually the man that is in charge of that overall. I mean, you got into that. How did that go down?
What was that?
How did that go down? How did you get into Promo World News?
How did I get into Promo World News? Well, Promo World News started out as eFed Breaking News. Mm-hmm. And granted, I've had we had a promo. So we had another
news page.
Yeah, another news page at one time. Promo United News is what we had. It had some activity, but it's something that I put on the back burner to where I can concentrate on at the time promoting and running the Inferno. So what my thing was when this was another page that got handed down to me along with Revolution, and it was just one of those, do what you want with it, keep it running or shut it down. So I wanted to keep it going because I wanted to have, because granted there's others out there, but doesn't focus on anything that like our corner of the promo world focuses on, because there's a lot of different types of promoing, and I think there's a difference between promoing and e-fetting, and and then the claw aspects of it, the written promos, the video game promos, and then these competition style promos. There's a whole
styles,
a whole variety there. So what I did was I went through my roster, my people that I've worked with before, and I'm just like, I'm going to have to delegate. So I found some people that I wanted to give a run at. So some people that I know who can talk. Some people that I know that can do some stuff when it comes to doing stuff like this. And I found you, and I found Heathen. So I was like, I came to y'all. Had the conversation with I was like, hey, I'm finding people to help invest in and grow this company that I have running along with Jake Smith. It's the whole company in a whole is Promo Entertainment Network, and underneath that umbrella there you have Promo World News, Revolution, and Inferno. And when y'all took over, like I said, I've never liked the e-fetting name, so I was like, that's why I was like, come up with a new name, come up with a schedule, come up with a show, and dig deep, find stuff to talk about, find promos out there, and analyze. And y'all went above and beyond thus far, so I'm thankful and proud of what y'all have done with it so far.
Well, thank you for that. Definitely, we got old school as well.
It takes a weight off of my shoulders.
Yeah, I know it does. It's a lot. Here you go. Here's a question from A-List Alverson. Who's on their way up in Revolution and Inferno?
Who is on their way up? Well, there's guys that I watch and that has really shown improvement and really shown the gumption. There's guys that I've been watching for a while, like Sergeant Havoc is one that I would like to start with. Granted, he was Sergeant Chaos, and he had a bit of a losing streak, and he had a hard time finding himself. I think when he turned over this leaf into Sergeant Havoc, he really found who he was in the promo world, and he has turned his promos around, and he is the current Spitfire champion. He has several defenses underneath his belt now. You can tell the difference in his speaking. You can tell the difference in his confidence and his the way he shows himself on screen now. Another guy to really watch for is Disciple. Disciple has been really impressive. He's took losses like a champ. He takes what he takes because he's won a lot of matches. He's lost a few. He's won more than he's lost.
He had a tough match with Hollywood Haywood recently.
And he really he shows he's got a great work ethic, and he learns from each promo he does. Everyone he go against, every win he takes, every loss he takes, he learns from, and he comes back to the screens better than ever each time. He's got something there in his promos. Now, granted, if I could kind of critique something, it's show me the difference between a hype and the match promo you've done before the match promo you're about to do. Show me that there's a difference in what you do between a regular singles match and a championship match. That's that one key element that I'm just waiting to see. Once he gets that down packed, I can see him being a world champion or a tag team champion or whatever championship he decides to go for. I can see him doing that. He's good.
Here's a 2-for-1 here. These are two different questions, but I'll let you answer them both. Old School asked, the hardest worker in the promo world right now, and A-List Albertson asked, who has their better days are behind them?
Well, Let's see, hardest worker in the promo world right now. If this was a couple months back, I would say me. But I took a step back to where I could run this things, run the shows, and from time to time I'll make appearances. But I would say, let's see. Hollywood Haywood would be one. The way granted, he comes out, he defends his Inferno Championship. He hypes. He runs a company. He promos in other places. A-List is another one. You see him pop up in different places, and he's on the screens. That's one thing that I look for with a champion. That's one thing I look for with anybody who is serious about what they do. Is he's on the screen. A-List, he's there. Whether he has a match or not, he's on the screens. Big Sweet, Little Sweet. They're constantly, if they're not on a card, hey, when I can get on card, I'm gonna hype anyway. They're there, they're on the screens. Heathen and Purge, they're everywhere trying to get this tag team that they have rolling throughout the promo world. They're the current Revolution tag team champions. As well as promoting in other places, running shows.
Yeah.
Yes. And then as well as guys like Dqhc or NDT or however you know him as, he's everywhere. He's on every show, every card. I can't turn on if I go on any page, I'm seeing them. It's guys like that keep me going of why I do what I do.
So you named a lot of hard-working promo artists. Who are the ones that are better days are behind them?
Honestly,
that's a tough one.
That is. Who can really tell? I've seen guys that, have been on fire for a long time, and then have to take the back burner and is trying to get back going. Who's to really say? That's not an easy question. It ain't. I don't really know if I can. I don't know if I can truly answer that. I just really have to say I'm gonna be watching to see. Who's still going, who's still got that fire. Because I can call somebody out, but the next show or somewhere else they can burn it down. So honestly, I really can't answer that question.
That's a tough one. Yeah.
Yeah, that is a really tough question, but a great question.
Yeah, there's some people that need a fire under their ass, and once they get it, they'll be going out there and winning matches left and right, I think. But the current state of the promo world, you want to speak on that? Because I am curious to hear your thoughts.
Well, which way do we want to go with that?
And however you want to. I'm going to let you take charge on this one.
The current state of the promo world, and I believe that any promoter, any showrunner can tell you it's just we run across the same issues, the same problems, same victories, same flaws, same goals. It's keeping people attentive longer.
I'm with that. The current state is Montana.
You got guys that'll be on fire for a while. They catch a loss and then they don't want nothing to do with it. You got guys that will show up to shows but won't hype. You got guys that will hype but won't show up to shows. It's something that we all come across, and it's just trying to make sure that everybody is playing their part and everybody can hold up to their promises of what they if you're going to take a match, hype it. If you want to hype a match, show up for the match. I think it's trying to find people who want a promo, and finding viewers and followers and promo artists. I think that's the main thing, is just trying to find the membership and find a good balance of that. Because granted, I don't want I'm trying to find all the promo artists I can for the page, but I want people also that just like to generally watch it. I want people who want to chime into all right, well, that was a great show. That was a good match. I like this about it. I didn't like this about it. I like to look at stuff like that to where when I find another show and I can kind of book this way or book that way.
Definitely. Here, I'm going to ask you some WWE and pro wrestling questions, actually, in general. Do you have a side on that?
As far as what
Do you like AEW, WWE, all of them, none of them?
um, I honestly I don't particularly have a favorite. Granted, I have been watching WWE longer, but I'm a wrestling fan.
Wrestling fan.
And I don't care what promotion it's coming from. I'm a wrestling fan, and there's going to be times where I'll be watching AEW or WWE or the Ring of Honor part of AEW, or an independent promotion, and I'll find things. Well, I don't quite like that. That's just a rerun of something that they stole from WCW back in the day, the ECW back in the day, NWA back in the day. I can see that. They can come up with something better. Instead of trying to relive the same things, or at least pull it off better. There's times where I'm like, WWE can really push this guy better. AEW can really push this guy better. When I'm watching, I try not to keep the this one's better because I've been watching it longer and I like these guys more. Because granted, now you see all these all the rosters that was at WWE over in AEW, over in TNA, over in New Japan. You see a variety of them going everywhere. It's just basically just sitting back, keeping an open mind when it comes to wrestling. Each brand is going to bring a different element to the wrestling world. So it's and you're going to have those diehard WWE or AEW. But as far as me, I just like to sit back, see what they have to offer, and pick out the highlights. Or what, and then again, like, there's going to be things where they shine at and things that they won't.
Geez, we got a few other questions here. Here we go. Best beard in promo.
The best beard in the promo world right now. Unfortunately, it's not me. Mine got a little short. I did shave a couple months back, but it's grown back. So I got to say 100%. Well, honestly, there's a tie. There is a tie. And they were a tag team, but that's going to be the American Roughneck and Old School there for the best beard. I think I hadn't seen him in a while, but a runner-up would be Storyteller.
Yeah, definitely. Those are definitely some great beards there. Here we go. What have you spent too much money on this year?
Food.
I knew that was going to be the answer.
We're about to be spending a little bit more money on belts. We're going to be recreating the Fight Night Championship to where we can design it specifically for Fight Night. Granted, it's like a generic fist with Revolution on it. Doesn't say nothing about Fight Night. So I want to make something that shines for Revolution and Fight Night in general. That's a thing. I have seen the condition of our tag team belts as of late, and that's another thing that's going to be built again, some new tag team championships. Although I could just call in to a few people because there is quite a few tag team championships floating around out there.
The Fight Night belt was free.
Oh well. I'm gonna call it in, and I'm gonna hang it on my shoulder. I'm gonna hang it right above me. That way, it can be a centerpiece here on when I come live, whenever. But I'm gonna make a new Fight Night Championship. That way, it's designed for Fight Night. Trying to come up with some designs for it and stuff like that. But that's what we're looking at.
Here, I got one more for you. If it happened, who would win the traveling world title? Talking about all the promo artists in the world, who would come out as the traveling world champion?
I don't know. If that was to be a thing, that would be something that I would, as a owner, I would definitely be, chiming in for my world champions to go for that as well, because I had an idea.
You compete in it.
I would definitely. Being I was a Foundation heavyweight champion, I was the Inferno champion, I was the Revolution champion, I was the King of Promos champion. I've had many world championships, and that's something that I would try to go for, just to kind of top the shelf there. Do I think my better days are behind me? No. Do I think there's still a lot in my tank? Yes. It's just, granted, for a while there, things got stale for me. I ran out of championships to win. I ran out of people to go against. But I'm seeing more people merge into different places together. I'm seeing new, fresh faces. And like I said, I definitely would welcome my champions to go for that. And I kind of had an idea for that as well, having my world champions go against each other. And then, from there, other champions in other places, because I sat back and I thought about this, because this idea that I think some of us talked about back in the day. I think me and you, me and Old School, me and several others have talked about this. I honestly, I think it'd have to start within the promo groups themselves. The champions will have to go against, the brand champions will have to go against the brand champions to see who's the top champion there, and then from there, we'd have to go against, have Foundation go against Revolution, PPF go against Inferno, and so on and so forth. Build this big bracket to finally come down to who's the champion of champions, and to be the traveling champion. That's definitely something I'd be interested in as well, and definitely something that I think could really work with this camaraderie that we have.
Definitely. Trivia here about the Fight Night belt. It was made with a red strap, and the maker tried to spray paint it black, and got called out on it.
Huh.
That's I didn't know that. Did you know that?
No.
There you go. There is some trivia. I'm going to get some final thoughts here from you. First, I'm going to ask you your Royal Rumble pick. Who's going to win the Rumble?
Well, that's actually something I need to catch up on.
I understand.
Let's see. Honestly, I can kind of throw weight to maybe seeing Randy Orton get into it. And
Randy Orton's back.
I think that Randy Orton may have one more run in him, and I believe that can be an option.
You got CM Punk back now in the WWE.
Well, yeah. You can't. Honestly, maybe I'll throw up between between those two.
Okay. And finally, any advice for anybody that wants to be in the promo world or be a promoter in the promo world?
As far as being a promo artist in general, come into it with an open mind. Not that you're the greatest thing ever because you just started or you come from somewhere else. Find something.
That might be the answer.
Run. Find what you would want to be a character as, and find what makes it work. Ask for advice from other guys. Watch the product. That's the main thing I tell everybody. Watch the product. Watch other people, how they do things. Find wrestlers and that you like, that you'd kind of want to sway to as far as how your persona would go, and listen to their promos to find your niche. And then hold up to what you say you're going to do. If you're going to say you want a promo and I book you, pipe and show up, and because it's really what you make it. If you make it not fun for you, it's not going to be fun for you. If you make trouble and you make a whole bunch of problems within yourself, then there's going to be issues, and you're going to see everything in a negative light. But if you come at things and try to have fun with it, with a enlightened heart, an open mind, then you will have fun. What is going on, Ed?
There you go.
And that's a big one that Chris Asher said. Take advice and critiquing. That's honestly something that was hard for me when I first started. I didn't want to listen to anybody. I didn't want to take the. I thought everybody was just trying to bash me. Then later on, in the middle of my promo thing, I finally realized they're just trying to help me. And once I finally started taking that advice, that's when Landfill went from the guy that you saw trying his best at every show to win people over to Landfill being a name that everybody talked about.
Yeah.
And then as far as being a promoter,
Yeah, go ahead.
it's not easy. It really ain't. Everybody thinks that they can do it, and I'd invite anybody to try it. But at the end of the day, it's a lot of work. I spent a lot of days, a lot of nights not sleeping, sitting in the bed on my laptop, trying to build these shows, trying to build cards, trying to keep everything fresh. It can be difficult at times. It's trying at times, and it's really a thankless job because everybody's going to try to find fault with something. So you can't please everybody, but all in all, I do my best, and I just encourage everybody to do their best and to make a product to stand out, to be different, and to go along with everybody else, build friendships, build bridges. That's my main goal, is to build bridges. That way there's opportunity to work with other people. There's opportunity to grow. Cause say, Revolution and Inferno works with PPF. They like the way that, we come on screen and present ourselves in a professional manner. Well, some of them guys that's not over here may be like, well, I would like to work with them some. A guy like me that's worked for PPF before, watching what I watch now, I was like, I do want to get back into that. I do miss promoing. It's something that I've got shied away from for a while, is actually getting out there and promoting again, because I've seen a lot more new faces. I've seen faces that I've seen before. I've seen the face tonight that has a title that I won off from before that I may want to win off of them again. But all in all, to digress, it's just talk. Keep an open mind. Talk to your people. And be open to talk with other people. Build your relationships, and
yep.
And just
hardcore.
Just keep moving forward with it. Because if you want to be one of those that keep a closed mind and say that well, Inferno's the best there is, best there was, best there ever will be. Nobody can top this product. I don't need help from nobody. I don't need no other brands doing anything with me. We're going to stay in this one little confined little area. That's not going to get you growth. That's not going to get you nowhere. That's why I encourage my guys to go out, to promo elsewhere, to invite people to the page, to share our content, and to work along with everyone else. Just like I am as a promoter and a promo artist, I want to see like we did War Games with PPA, and Purge works with us a lot, and we've done stuff with VOH. We work with VOH. We have VOH guys come work with us. We have other places come work with us. And that's really what keeps this thing running. That's the only way all of us in general is going to keep this promo game that we all say that we love to keep moving on to the further generations. If we stop all the backstage politics and the bull crap and really do something to entertain.
Well said, my friend. Thank you for coming on here. Ladies and gentlemen, Landfill, definitely an honor. Love hearing these stories. Next show, we are going to be having Real Talk, which is a show here on the Promo World News page. You'll be able to see. We'll be talking about PPA, and we'll be talking about APF as well with their shows. And on Wednesday, we will be having Sean Shady McKenzie. I'm Dr. Quack, and I'll see you next time.
Y'all have a good one. And always remember who's hungry.